Okay, fine. So your background looks so good. The background, no, the template looks so good.
Yes, ma'am.
It's always the same. Yeah, it's very nice. So once we are getting a positive.
Yeah. We
As
didn't
you better use an
select the
earphone, okay?
furnitures and all. It's a new room.
Can you get it from her? Okay, better to have because I'm saying like this, and if you're not having an earphone, you won't be able to understand things.
Yeah, ma'am. But
Then we
I
have to
don't
say
have
much more
earphone.
louder.
My mother took it.
It's quite difficult. Okay. So last day we have had a
My
discussion
mother
on
is not here,
the
ma'am.
connecting.
She's at
Then
the
what?
office.
Then blog, isn't it? Okay, have you got the model for blog?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, okay. You have told me that you will be getting some details about the blog from internet and all, and you'll be presenting it, right? What is it?
And blog.
Asra? By doing? So last time you had said that you will be getting details of the blog.
Yes, ma'am.
No. I said that you have to collect the details and present it today. Yeah. I asked you to browse internet, Google it, and
Like
have details about
writing
it.
paragraphs and diary writing,
Whatever have to do it, okay.
publishing,
So here we have a
publishing
model of blog.
ourselves.
I'll be presenting it. Have to look at it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can you see this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay now? So you have to begin like this.
Yeah.
Read it, please.
Today you will give the details.
Can you read it, Shigna? Okay, wait. So here the person has begun the blog, which is like having a general impressions like his your first few weeks at secondary
Yesterday I was
school.
not there in my
And about
home.
what
I
the first
went
few
to
days.
a
That's the
program.
introductory part, general impressions. Okay. Actually, here the question of okay, the first few weeks at secondary school. That's why it's like this. You can choose anything. Okay. Sorry. Whatever. But the structure should be proper. That's what you have to learn. How to organize all these things in a systematic order. How to follow the structure. Okay. Wait. Is it okay now? Okay, so what you have to do is you can choose any topic for writing blog. Okay, but the structure should be proper,
Yes, ma'am.
which means you have to arrange the points in a systematic order as here it is presented like that. Paragraph 1. Okay, there you don't want to mention paragraph 1, paragraph 2 like that. Together you can write.
Yes, ma'am. Paragraph
But here
1.
it is
General
said how to
impression.
include or arrange the
My
ideas
first
in each
few
paragraph.
weeks at the secondary school have gone well.
I'll
The
repeat.
first few days
While
at
writing things for blog, you should never mention like paragraph 1, paragraph 2, 3 like that. That's not needed. Instead, you have to arrange all the ideas in a proper order. Like in the first paragraph, you can write about the general impressions. Then, and by paragraph, as you proceed, you can include more and more points. Okay. Here the question is the topic is my first few weeks at secondary school. Okay, here in the first paragraph we can see my first few weeks at secondary school have gone well. The first few days at first and something is there.
Like dance.
In paragraph 2, he has included school subjects and homework. Like my favorite subject, it's fun. In science, we have had a quite lot of homework in, but not much in. In the second paragraph, academic aspects are given. Okay,
I didn't
like his
understand your
favorite subject
question.
and all.
Your voice is
In
little
third
bit break.
paragraph comes the points like I have good marks, the result, the progress. Okay, the first
Yeah,
paragraph,
ma'am.
Yes,
his
ma'am.
general impressions, general things about his
That's
first
not
day at
problem.
secondary school. Next paragraph says something about the school subjects and homework. Third paragraph, how it progressed. Then
Okay.
fourth paragraph, after school activities.
Okay,
After
ma'am.
completing the school, how did you do? Schooling, what did you do? Paragraph 5, you can conclude all
Okay.
these things. Okay. Did you find a systematic order here? The things are points are arranged in a systematic order, right? Okay. So let me see. Wait.
Okay, ma'am.
The paragraph 5 is written like yeah, conclusion. Here the person has concluded things like I have enjoyed, I have learned, I have made some new friends. All in all, I have. So he has concluded thing like what all things he got from the school, like friendship, the experiences, what all things he learned. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
got it. That's all about writing a blog. So please wait. So finally, you have to write your first few weeks at secondary
Okay,
school
ma'am.
for the school, secondary school. So we are going to write about a blog for your school website and the same topic. It's better to choose the same topic because the structure and format is already given here, no? It will be very easy for you. Okay. After completing the primary school, you might have joined another school, right? Whether offline or online, whatever.
Okay, ma'am.
So you have to write. I think Shinhna is not having the textbook with you. So together, I said yesterday, yeah, I'll send today. That's what I said yesterday. Pages will be sending to you, Shikina. So have to look. You must have a look at it. Today evening, I'll be doing that by
Okay,
today evening.
ma'am.
So here, based on this format, you have to write about your first few weeks at secondary school. Okay,
What, ma'am?
clear?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine, fine. So here another activity. You're having a project. This you can do after the exam. Otherwise, you won't be getting time to prepare well.
One.
But you have to work on your workbook. That also I'll be sending to you, Shikina. Okay, so soon try to get the textbook. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for you to follow things. As soon as possible, you have to get the textbook. Otherwise, it's
Okay,
not
ma'am.
possible to send all the pages and all. And it will be a little bit
Yes.
confusing for you because if it is not in the order, you will be getting confused. And it will be quite difficult for us to send the photos of all the pages.
This is
I
the
hope
homework
you will
for
be
us.
getting it soon. Okay, so here, please have a look at it. Let me explain the project, and this you can do only after the exam. Okay, I'll simply explain it right now. Or okay, I'll explain it. So you're going to write a profile of the oldest person in your family. Oldest means
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
oldest means all other members are younger than the
Yeah.
person, than this person. Yeah. He sold as person here. Read his account in the sense description of an older family member. So the same, you can follow the same format. Okay.
Ma'am, I
So
will
let
send
me
the
read
pic
it.
to her.
Or you can. Azra, please read it.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Julie, Julia, I think. Naples. No,
Yes,
no, she
ma'am.
asked her name. Gilia, we can. It's a name, no? So we can pronounce it in the way we like.
Okay, ma'am.
Emigrated
Okay, ma'am.
means getting migrated to somewhere. Migrated, joining another place by
Okay,
leaving
ma'am.
one. Yeah, yeah. It's like
Yes,
she
ma'am.
has, and the short they have written like she has. So after it, she has. She has. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Ac- accent, accents.
Uh,
It, it is
Younger than.
Italy, okay, Italy, Italy. Mm. That's not
Okay, ma'am.
Azra, sorry, it's not I did. It's a short form of I would. So have to write it I. So we should never pronounce it as I would.
Okay,
It's
ma'am. The
I.
oldest person in my family is my grandmother. She is my father's
So let me
grandmother.
read it for you.
Her name is Julia. No.
Okay. Okay. The oldest, can you hear me?
She is 96
Okay.
and mm,
The oldest person in my
96
family is my
and
great grandmother.
she was born in.
She's my father's grandmother, and her name is
Ma'am,
Gilia.
Sheena told
She's
something to you.
96 and she was born in Naples. It's Naples, okay, in Italy. She had seven
Oh,
brothers and sisters. And when she was
In
18,
Italy,
she
she
immigrated to
had seven
Argentina with
brothers
two of
and
her
sisters.
brothers.
When
She
she
has
was
lived here for
18,
78 years and she
she
has never been back to Italy. But she
she
still speaks Spanish
em-
with an Italian accent. I have got some
emigrated
cousins
to
and other relatives
Ar-
who live in Italy. I haven't met them, but I'd like to meet them one day.
yeah,
Cecilia, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Okay, so have you noticed the structure or
yeah.
format?
yes.
With with two of her
Yeah.
brothers, she
So
lived her
first, the person
for
has mentioned
78
what's his
years,
or her
and
name. The oldest person said
she's
something about
never
the
been
oldest
back
person
to
about whom she
Italy
is going
because
to
she
explain,
still
and
speaks
then
Spanish
mention the
with.
name. No. Yeah. So, while
Yes.
writing an account of the oldest member of
Still,
your family, you must consider
she
all
still
these points
speak
like what is his or her
Spanish with an
name, how
Italian
are you related to
accent.
that person, how old the person is, who was she or he born, does
I
or did this person
I
have
have
brothers and
got some.
sisters?
I have
Do
got
you know anything interesting, amusing, or surprising
I
about the
have
person?
got
Anything
some
you can
cousins
include there.
and other
But at least these points should be considered while
relatives
writing the
who
profile.
lived in
Okay.
Italy. I haven't. I have not.
Okay. So write a profile of this person. Use Cecilia's profile
Yeah,
of great
Italy
grandmother
only
to
he
help you.
told. I
Work
haven't.
in groups. Okay, that's okay. That we can do in the class itself. So
I
have to write
haven't
it after
met
the
them,
exam.
but
Okay, and have to
I
present it.
did love
Got it.
them I
And the
do
next is I
love.
meant I'll explain only after the exam. Is it okay for
Oh,
you?
oh, I would love to meet
And now
them.
we are having a fiction. So I think we can complete it right now.
I'd love to meet them
Okay.
one
So first you have to
day.
listen to this. Listen very carefully. I'll play it only one time because it's very easy. Okay. Please listen to this audio and have to answer the questions. It's a fiction, imaginary story, and sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Vimal Shinka is 16 years old. So it's the story is written by Shingadia, a 16 years old girl. Okay, boy. The story is a traditional Hindi story, and it was told to him by his friend's mother. Okay, have you got it? Okay, please listen to it. Please listen carefully, otherwise it will be quite confusing.
Yes, ma'am. Many things.
Gathered at the gates of his palace, so that they might buy food and clothing. One night, a peasant crept up when he was not to be seen. The peasant said that
Yes, ma'am.
he received gold pieces from the king the following morning.
Should I play it once again? Okay, I got it from your face. That's why I asked you. Okay, please listen carefully.
By Vimal Shinagadia.
Okay, ma'am.
Once upon a time, there was a very powerful and very generous king who gave much of his gold to the poor people of his lands. Each morning, he would wake up early and share his gold with the poor people who had gathered at his house, so that they might buy food and clothing.
Yes, ma'am.
A peasant crept to the palace and huddled up against the wall where he would not be seen. The peasant decided that he would
Yes,
camp
ma'am.
at the gate of the palace, so that he would be the first in line to receive some gold pieces from the king with wine. If the peasant, then perhaps the king would give him more gold, and he would no longer be poor or hungry. But when one of the royal flights
Okay, ma'am.
around at the gates of the palace, he thought that the man must be a king. And locked him away in the prison beneath the palace. The next morning, after being told of the events of the previous night, the generous king decided to the king
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
fallen on hard times and now needed help.
Track
I was
8.
once a good farmer and a good
To
businessman,
Give
said the
by
man,
Vimal
until the
Shinagadia.
thieves stole my
Once upon a time, there was a very powerful and very generous king who gave much of his gold to the poor people of his lands. Each morning, the king would wake up early and share his gold with the poor people who had gathered at the gates of his palace, so that they might buy food and clothing. One night, a peasant crept up to the palace and huddled up against the wall where he would not be seen. The peasant decided that he would camp by the gates of the palace, so that he would be the first in line to receive some gold pieces from the king the following morning. If I
Ma'am, you should wait on.
Okay, ma'am.
Track 8.
To Give by Vimal Shinagadia. Once upon a time, there was a very powerful and very generous king who gave much of his gold to the poor people of his lands. Each morning, the king would wake up early and share
Did
his
you
gold with the
understand?
poor people who had gathered at the gates of his palace, so that they might buy food and clothing.
Difficult.
One
It is a
night, a
difficult part here in the
peasant
story.
crept up to the palace and huddled up against the wall where he
Should
would
I
not
play it
be
once again?
seen. The peasant decided that he would camp by the gates of the palace, so that he would be the first in line to receive some
Okay,
gold
afterward you
pieces from the
understood.
king
Can you
the
explain it?
following morning. If I am the
Okay, can you
first,
can you
reasoned the
explain what all
peasant,
things you understood from the
then
story?
perhaps the king will give me more gold, and I will no longer be poor or hungry. But when one of the royal guards noticed the peasant creeping around at the gates of the palace, he thought that the man must be a thief, come to steal the king's gold in the night. And so the guard captured the peasant and locked him away in the prison beneath the palace. The next morning, after being told of the events of the previous night, the generous king decided to go and talk to the peasant who was locked in his prison. The king approached the dark and damp cell and asked the peasant,
Actually, who
"Why
came
would you
every day
want
to
to
meet the king
steal
for
from
getting
me
gold?
when all you had to do was ask for gold in order to feed and clothe yourself?
People came
Do
for
you
meeting
not
him, no?
know that I would have given it to you gladly?"
The
The
poor people
poor
came
man
every day for getting
explained
gold
that he
help
was
from the
not a
king,
thief
right?
at
The
all,
king was there,
but
was
simply a
generous.
peasant who had fallen on hard times
Okay,
and
these are
now
the key
needed
points
help.
or main points in the story.
"I was once a
Okay, can
good
you
farmer
describe
and a
the
good
character of the
businessman,"
king?
said the man, "until the droughts came and thieves stole my
Yeah,
cattle."
he's kind.
The peasant looked directly at the king. "I did not come
Yeah.
to steal from you," he insisted.
Okay.
"I came in the night so that I might be the first to receive some gold in the morning. That is all, I promise." Upon hearing the peasant's story, the generous king was much moved.
Okay,
He
so what
ordered the
would the
guards to
peasant
release the man from his prison. Then he gave the peasant 10
the
gold
farmer
pieces
came
with
there
which to
every day?
change
What
his
about him?
fortunes. The peasant thanked the generous king and left the palace with his gold. But the next day,
What about the
the peasant
peasant?
was not satisfied with his
Is he a
gift
nice
of 10
man?
gold pieces. Each night he returned to the palace and waited by the
Can you hear
gates.
me?
And each morning the generous king bestowed upon the
Okay, what
peasant
about the
10 more
peasant?
gold pieces. This went on for many nights and many
Is he a nice
days,
person?
until the king asked the peasant, "Why do you continue to come to my palace when I have given you so much
God, no,
gold?
person who came
Surely you are no
every day
longer
for getting
poor or
gold from the
hungry."
king, no?
"But I wish to be like you," said the
I
peasant to
think
the
that
king.
part is not clear.
"I want to be rich and powerful."
No, just listen.
Came in the night so that I might be
Yes,
first
ma'am.
in the morning. That is all, I promise. Each morning, the king would wake up early,
Ma'am,
get his gold before people who had gathered at the gates of his palace, that they might buy food and clothing. One night, a peasant crept up to the palace and huddled up against the wall where he
We
would
will
not be
forget,
seen.
ma'am.
The peasant
Ma'am,
decided that he would camp by the gates of the palace, so that he would be the first in
starting
line
at the
to
first.
receive some gold pieces from the king the following morning. If I am
Yeah, the
Peasant
poor,
means, here in this textbook you
the
can see
poor
poor farmer
man
actually.
and the king will help everyone.
But we don't know the intention of the farmer and what he's going to do. We have to identify that. Okay, oh, so.
And he want to be
Do you know who
like
is a
him.
peasant?
And he
Do you
just
know?
Yeah, I know little.
Hello, can you hear me?
Not
Oh.
full.
So a peasant is a okay,
I
can
don't
understand.
know full, but
Peasant means a poor farmer. Okay.
We'll try to answer it.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we can
every day he
answer
came to
this.
meet the king for getting the gold. So we are going to that part. Okay, please listen.
The poor people.
So he will give me more gold, and I will no longer be poor or hungry.
What now?
But God stood in his palace. He
Yes,
thought that the man must be asleep,
Yes.
stealing the king's gold in the night. And so the guards captured the peasant and locked him away in the prison beneath the palace. The next
Kind
morning, after being told the
polite.
events of the previous night,
Sweet,
the generous king decided to go and talk to the peasant who was
sweet
locked in his prison.
heart,
The king
and
approached the dog and
very kindness to the
and
people,
asked the
always
peasant,
helping.
Poor peoples and
all you had to do
giving
was ask
so
for gold
many monies.
in order
I
to
wish
feed
I
and
can
clothe yourself.
get
Do you not know that I would have given it to you gladly? The poor man explained that he was not a thief at all, but simply a peasant who had fallen on hard times and now needed help. I was once a good farmer and a good businessman, said the man, until the droughts came and thieves stole my cattle. The peasant looked directly at the king. I did not come to steal from you, he insisted. I came in the night
Yes,
that
sir.
I might
Yes, ma'am.
first go and steal some gold in the morning. I promise. Upon hearing the peasant's story, the generous king was much moved. He ordered the
Yeah.
Guards,
God.
He gave the peasant 10 gold pieces with which to change his fortunes. The peasant thanked the
Yes,
generous
ma'am.
king and left the palace with his gold. So the next day, the peasant was not satisfied with his gift of gold pieces. Each night he returned to the
Directly
palace
at the
and
king.
waited by the gates.
I did not
And
come to
each
steal
morning,
from
the
you,
generous king
he
bestowed upon
insisted.
the peasant 10 more
I
gold
came in the
pieces.
night so that I might be the first to
Went
receive
on
morning.
many nights and
That is
many
all,
days,
I promise.
until the king asked the peasant,
Upon
"Why
hearing
do
this,
you continue to come
each
to my
morning
palace when
the
I
king
have
would
given you
wake
so
up
much
early
gold?
and share his gold
You
with
are
the
no
poor
longer
people
poor
who
or
had gathered
hungry."
at the gates of his palace,
"But I wish
so
to
that
be
they
like
might buy
you,"
food
said
and
the peasant to the
clothing.
king. "I want
One
to be
night,
rich and
a
powerful."
peasant crept up to the palace and huddled up against the wall where he would not be seen.
I think now it's very
The
clear.
peasant decided that he would camp by the gates of the palace, so that he would be the
Okay.
first
Can
in
anyone
line to
summarize the
receive
story
some
or give me
gold
a brief
pieces from the
description of the
king
story?
the following morning. If I am the first,
Can you? Can you say what do you understand from the story? Can you summarize the story? Okay, you have to start from the beginning onwards.
Sorry, ma'am. I didn't understand, ma'am. Because here is so much noise.
Should I begin?
Okay, ma'am.
Once upon a time, there was a king who was very generous. Like this, you can begin.
reasoned the peasant, then perhaps the king will give me more gold, and I will no longer be poor or hungry. But when one of the royal guards noticed the peasant
Peoples,
creeping
you should never
around at the
said
gates
people.
of the palace, he thought that the man must be a thief, come to steal the king's gold in the night. And so
Yeah,
the
poor
guard
people, right,
captured the
continue.
peasant and locked him away in the prison beneath the palace. The
Not
next
that
morning,
one. Instead of
after
saying
being
peoples
told of the
is a
events of the
wrong usage
previous
if it
night,
is singular
the
or
generous
plural.
king
People,
decided to
people
go and
only.
talk to
Okay.
the peasant who was locked in his prison.
Okay.
The king approached the dark
Okay,
and
Astrid,
damp
continue.
cell
Good.
and asked the peasant, "Why would you want to steal from me when all you had to do was ask for gold in order to feed and clothe yourself?" Do you not know that I would have given it to you gladly? The poor man explained that he was not a thief at all, but simply a peasant who
Okay.
had fallen on hard times and now needed help. I was once a good farmer and a good
Yeah, good.
businessman, said the man,
Yeah.
until the droughts came and thieves stole my cattle. The peasant looked directly at the king. I did not come to steal from
Good.
you, he insisted. I came in the night so that I might be the first to receive some gold in the morning.
Cave.
That is
Or
all, I promise. Upon hearing the
he
peasant's
got
story,
imprisoned, no?
the generous king was much moved. He ordered the guards
He
to
was put in
release the man
prison.
from his prison. Then he
So that's
gave the
so putting
peasant
someone in
10
prison is
gold
called imprison.
pieces with
Okay,
which
fine.
to
Fine, fine,
change
fine.
his fortunes. The peasant thanked the generous king and left the palace with his gold. But the next day, the peasant was not satisfied with his gift of 10 gold pieces. Each night he returned to the palace
Okay,
and
good.
waited
Then.
by the gates. And each morning the generous king bestowed upon the peasant
Okay.
10 more
Please,
gold
so
pieces.
the remaining part will be
This went
explained by
on for
Shikana.
many nights and many days,
Okay. Good.
until the
Very
king
good. Very good.
asked the peasant, "Why do you continue to come to my palace when I have given you so much gold? Surely you are no longer poor or hungry." "But I wish to be like you," said the peasant to the king. "I want
No,
to
the
be
remaining
rich and
part have to be
powerful."
explained. The man said that he was a good businessman and yeah, continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Then every day he came there for getting money, no? Then what did he say when the king inquired why you are coming for money every day because you have got enough? Then what was his reply?
What, ma'am?
No.
The poor man, that is a farmer person,
And one
always
more
coming
statement he
to the
said.
king to
What was that?
This went on for many nights and many days, until the king asked the peasant, "Why do you continue to come to my palace when I have given you so much gold? Surely you are no longer poor or
Your voice becomes speed.
to the king. I want to be
Yeah, what did he say?
because I like
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Once upon a time, there was a
so it
generous
seems that he's
king.
greedy.
We will help
So
all the poor
that's all
people.
the story. It's very simple actually. Okay, so how do you know what is fables? Fable, F-A-B-L-E.
Poor
Fable means the traditional stories where the animals may talk like humans.
poor people.
poor people.
You may have heard such stories. Fables. Azra, are you there? Azra is getting distracted.
Okay.
Okay. So, fable means the stories in which humans,
one
animals
day,
may speak like humans.
a poor man, like he was
For
like
example, a lion
running
may talk
to the
like
gate and
someone, like humans, and birds may
hiding
sing.
over behind the
Not only lions,
walls.
in the stories where they present
So
animals
he thinks
talking,
that
birds
he can
talking, like that. You may have heard such
he can
stories.
go first and he can get so
Fictions.
many money. So many gold.
No, it's not real.
But
Stories
the
only.
gods
Stories
found
only.
him and
Fictions, imaginary stories. Okay. So,
they think that he was a thief.
can you say how many times does a writer use
Then
the word
put it
gold in
in
the
a
story?
cave. Right?
13 times, So, listen, please.
Oh, in
Fables
prison?
and traditional stories often, please listen. Fables and traditional
Present.
stories
Yeah.
often feature an action that is repeated.
Then,
What is the action in this part of the story that is repeated? Okay,
then
can
the
you identify the repeated
king
action in
came
the story?
and asked. You can ask me directly the money, right? Why
Then a
you came
repeated
to
action in
steal
the
it?
story.
So he told that I didn't came to steal it. I was a good
Which action or
businessman
which
and
incident
good
is repeated again and
farmer.
again?
But um,
Yeah, that's it.
okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
And the traditional stories and fables may present incidents like that. Continuity in the repetition of
Yes,
certain
ma'am.
incidents. Okay. Okay, let me.
Yeah, that's it only.
Okay, whatever. So, let me show you.
Yes,
What do
they
you think
say
is
I'm a
going to
good
happen next? Can
businessman
you
and
imagine? What is the
farmer.
king going to do? What is the peasant going to do? How is the
I'm a
story
good
going to end?
businessman
Can you
and I'm a
imagine?
good farmer. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Are you there? Can you imagine what will happen?
Yeah, because
Can you
then
imagine what is the
I
king
can
going to
live.
do? The peasant is coming every day
I
for
can
getting
live
gold,
without.
huh?
No, I can eat so many food and clothes. I will never be poor anymore. That's why.
Yeah, he asked so, and the king, peasant said that I want to be powerful like you, rich like you. Then the next, what will happen? Can you imagine?
This went on for many nights and many days, until the king asked the peasant, "Why do you continue to come to my
Okay, then
palace
what
when
about
I have
Shikina?
given you so much gold? Surely you are no longer poor or hungry." "But I wish to be
Okay,
like
what is the
you,"
peasant
said the
going to
peasant
do?
to the king.
Or how is the story
"I want
going
to
to
be
end actually? Can you imagine?
Yeah, because I like to be like you, king. I was also like to be a
Let's
king.
see what happens. What time is about to
Yes.
finish? The remaining part is here actually. So you'll be having time to complete that, okay? It's period up to 12:40 itself, no? This period up to 12:40 itself, right? Sorry? Okay, it's okay. 10 more minutes remaining, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me play. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me play it. Listen, please. The remaining part of the story. Let's see what will happen. Okay.
But will you also be generous to the poor of the land? Asked the king. The peasant thought about this question for a few moments before he answered,
Okay.
"Yes, indeed I would, your majesty.
Lion,
Then
no.
I shall give
Lion.
you half of my kingdom and half of my riches," replied the king. "That you will always be generous to those who might need your help." The peasant
Yeah, but
and so
in
the king
real,
gave
no,
half
ma'am.
of
I
all
was
his
thinking
wealth
about real.
and half of his entire kingdom. The years passed quickly, and the peasant proved to be a wise and generous man.
Okay, ma'am.
He used much of his gold to plant food and raise cattle, and very soon he had doubled his riches, able to share more and more wealth with the people of the land. The king watched and was very pleased with what he saw. He knew then that to give was the greatest pleasure there ever was in the world. By sharing what he owned
Sorry,
with
ma'am.
others, the generous king was able to make many people happy. The peasant had learned this lesson well, and he too shared his wealth and happiness with those around him.
Gold coin.
Custom king and the wise peasant both made so generously. There was no more poverty or hunger in the whole of the land.
Yeah. We thought that the peasant is so greedy, no?
The farmer is
But
always
actually
coming
what
to
happened?
the
Farmer is coming again and again and again.
all the day and night.
How? How was it possible for him? Did the king give everything to him or half of his wealth and kingdom? Yeah. And he got, the king assured that or wanted the peasant to do the same, like being kind to others, generous to others, give things for others, help the poor. And finally, there was no poverty, isn't it? Yeah. Do you like the story? It's a good message, right? Actually, the way we guessed the story was actually wrong because we thought that the man seems greedy. But actually, his intention was to be powerful, not only powerful, but also generous. Okay, that's all about it. So the remaining things also we have to write. I post it soon.
Yes,
As
ma'am.
the exam is on the way, it will be quite difficult for you to do all this.
What, ma'am?
After that, you will be able to do all this now. So after the exam, one by yeah, not
Yeah,
after
the
the exam,
king
you'll be free to write
asked
all these
him,
things. Not only
"Why
English.
are you coming every
So I'll
day?
be giving
You
all
got
these
enough
activities.
money
If you
for
practice,
eating
it will
and
be
drinking,
helpful for
right?"
you.
Yes,
Okay,
like that.
isn't
Yeah.
it? So that's all
Next,
about the story.
The
Let me
king
show
was
you a workbook.
impressed.
king will not give money to him.
These are
The
making
king was
connections.
impressed and look at
Japanese
him.
people shake hands. They bow and okay. This we had watched a video in the first chapter, no?
By
Bowing their head, hugging each other like
giving
that.
him all the money.
Hmm. So here all these activities are based on that chapter meeting and greeting. Okay. In some countries, okay, the same I posted in your Google Classroom. He said all you have to go through the activities, and I hope soon you will be doing that. For Shihna, I'll be sending it.
What, ma'am?
Actually, the date is over. The due date is over, Azra.
Yes, ma'am. In UAE time,
And I
11:10.
hope it will never happen because once I say submitting, sometime you have to do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
In
Don't,
UAE
please
time,
don't
11:10.
postpone anything. Otherwise, it will be a burden for you. Hectic thing
Yes,
for
ma'am.
you. Load.
Yeah, 8 minutes is
Okay. If you
remaining.
do things on time, it will be quite easy for you to go on. Otherwise, along with studies, exams, and all, you may have to do all the activities. Of, of course, it will be a burden.
Track 9.
So then what should I give?
But will
Okay,
you
this one we
also be
had discussed.
generous to
Write the
the poor
definition
of
of
the
the following
land?
words and
Asked the
phrases. Use
king.
a dictionary. This is a
The
dictionary
peasant
activity.
thought
Have to
about this
refer it.
question
Okay.
for a few moments
Then
before he answered, "Yes, indeed I
practice.
would, Your
Find the correct
Majesty.
mistakes. We had learned the
Then
present
I shall
perfect and
give you
simple past and
half
all
of
the
my
things, no?
kingdom and half of my riches," replied the
So
king.
here look at this sentence
"But you
B.
must promise me that you will
Righted
always be
is wrong.
generous to
Instead what
those
we
who
have
might
to
need
use
your help." The peasant agreed. And
wrote.
so the
So
king gave half of
that day you
all
have to
his
correct all
wealth
the things.
and
If any
half of
doubt, you
his
can ask
entire
me.
kingdom.
Then write the questions and answer in
The
the past
years
simple.
passed
Past simple, you
quickly,
already
and
finished
the
the actions.
peasant proved to be a wise
We
and
have learned
generous
many
man.
times. So have to do
He
all the
used
things
much of
like
his
this.
gold to
Then
plant food and raise
order
cattle,
the words to make
and very soon he
questions.
had doubled
So
his
these
riches
words are
and
shuffled.
was able to share
Okay.
more and more wealth with the
So
poor
as they did,
people
we
of the
had to
land.
arrange the words in a question form.
The
So
king
very
watched
easy.
from his palace
Okay.
and was very pleased with what he
Then
saw.
doctor is speaking
He
complete her
knew
words.
then
Okay.
that to give was the greatest pleasure
That's all
there
about it.
ever
Okay,
was
anyway.
in the world.
So I'll post all the things,
By
and if you
sharing
have
what
any doubt, you
he
can ask
owned
me, and
with
you can do only
others,
after the
the
exam. Okay, what
generous
I
king
posted
was
earlier
able to
have to
make
do
many
Azra,
people happy.
but the
The
remaining you
peasant
can
had
do after
learned
the
this
exam.
lesson
Okay,
well,
bye bye. Have a great
and
day.
he too